The spring is here, the flowers are blooming, and you can hear the birds singing. What does that mean to us who have sprinklers installed? Well, we have to get them ready for spring and summer. We have to de-winterize them. If you don't know where your back pressure valve is, it's usually located on the highest elevated point in your backyard or next to your house. So once you go around the house and find it, it's gonna look like this. What you have to do is make sure that all the valves are going to be open and all the drain points are going to be closed, because usually whoever drains them for you, they would have sometime leave them halfway open like this, like I did, and they would drain the pipes, and they would usually close those drain valves. So here in my case, I left them halfway open. They have to be open once you're ready to use your sprinklers. Now this is the drain valve and it's closed. As you can see, that screw there, and on that side is perpendicular, and that means it's closed. Once you move it to the left or right, and when it's in line with the pipe, that means it's open. Now these blue valves, they're open, and this is the way you're supposed to have them during your summer. And this is the way the drain valves are supposed to be. They're shut now. So when I turn them, like now, they're open, and this is what you would do if you were to drain your system. But now we're gonna close them back like this, and they have to stay closed the whole summer like this. So this means right now that these valves are ready for use. And I'm gonna show it to you here one more time, because there are two valves here. So this is open, ready to drain, and this is closed. So now that we made sure that everything is open and closed, and I wrote down here everything that the way it has to be done to you, we're just gonna open up the cover for the solenoid valves. They're usually inside the ground next to these to the back pressure valve. I only have 3 zones, and that's why you see 3 valves. And when you make sure that they are tight and all the wires are intact, nothing is broken or rusted, then you're ready to go to the next step. Here I marked everything in case you have all these parts. You may not have everything that I'm showing here, but you definitely would have these valves. This is just to connect the air compressor when you're ready to blow out the water in fall. So you worry about that later. Now leave everything like it is right now, and your water meter is usually somewhere in the house, usually in the basement. So when you find your water meter, and this is mine, it's in the basement, you would follow it up and find where the pipe goes out towards that back pressure valve. And in my case, the main line goes up, and this is what I installed last year. And this is the shut-off valve for the outside. So this pipe goes all the way outside, and it's closed now because it's not being used. But now we're gonna open it up. But before we do that, sometimes there is a drain valve that I'm making sure it's closed. And we are slowly going to open up this valve. There is going to be a lot of pressure, a lot of water, and a lot of sound, and that's normal. So I would just open up halfway to let that water go all the way outside, and then once it calms down, I would open up all the way, and you're good. Once you open up the water, go outside and check for any leaks. Now you can see the water here, and that's normal. This back pressure valve, they're designed to stop the dirty water from going back into your system. And where this black cap is on top, sometimes when your sprinklers turn on, there is some water coming up from there, and that's normal. That's why this has to be outside. So all this water coming from that black cap is normal. As long as there's a little bit water, that's okay. If there's a lot of water, that means something is wrong. But you would check these other connections and make sure that there are no leaks at the other connections. If the water comes from below that black cap, that's normal. Every time your sprinklers turn on, you're gonna see sometimes a sound, and the water will come out of there, and that's okay. Once you find your regulator for your sprinklers, and they're all usually different. Most people have a Rainbird, and I had it before, but I switched it to this smart controller. I'm gonna include the link in the description. So I'm making sure that all the zones are enabled now. That way we can test them. If it's too early to have your lawn watered, then you would just enable it temporarily and test all the sprinklers, and then you would disable the zones, because you don't want your regular schedule to be ran until it's summer. So here I am just enabling all the zones, and I'm gonna test each zone. Now, the reason why I'm doing this right now, I would have done it later. It's still too early to do it here in Michigan in middle of April, but I'm having my lawn guys coming to do core aeration, and they want to have me mark all the sprinkler heads so they don't damage them. But I wasn't able to find them all because the grass has grown too much, and I just want them to go up so I can find them, and then so I can easily mark them. But this was a nice way and opportunity to make this video and make it easier for you to de-winterize your sprinklers. So now you can see that all the sprinkler heads are coming up, and this is it. I'm just gonna show here some of my trees. This is a peach, that was a cherry before, and then we have a plum there and some more apples and cherries and the blueberries. Here we have some strawberries and green onions down at the bottom and some flowers. Just wanted to show it to you. It's spring here in Michigan and everything looks so nice. Hopefully we're not gonna have frost, because sometimes we can have frost in May and that will damage all the trees. And here are some grapes. They're really small now. Hopefully they will grow soon. You can see some leaves already. So thank you for watching. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you subscribe. And here you can find some more videos about this irrigation system that I installed. You can see how I programmed the zones on this Rainbird programmer and some of the sprinkler head adjusting, and then also finally the complete installation of the sprinkler system.